Ryan. That's the quarterback, right? That's
I gotta pour some liquor out.
You gotta pour some liquor out for Matt Ryan, y'all. Pour some liquor out, say a few kind words.
He was special.
It looks like it's the end of an era.
Shit, man.
Matt Ryan has been officially benched by the Colts. And this was not a situation where now he did have a grade 2 shoulder sprain.
But right? He is injured.
He is injured, but this was not
Frank
something that
this was not related.
Yeah, this was not related. They said this was going to happen anyways. It's going to happen regardless. Now, I feel a certain kind of way about this. I got to tell you that, JB. I feel a certain kind of way about this shit. Because the fact of the matter is, Matt Ryan got fucked by the Colts.
I think that he said that. I didn't see or haven't read the transcript, but I saw one of the talking heads talking about that the Colts failed him, basically. Because he was obviously sold on, like, hey, come here. We run the ball like hell.
We're going to protect you.
We're going to keep you upright. And none of that shit happened.
This cat was like the most quarterback in the league. Yeah.
Yeah. Like even more than Justin Fields, who's on right now, who's
out in Chicago. He got
feels like he gets hit every fucking play. Matt was getting hit more than him.
Matt
now,
Ryan,
granted, he's a different style of quarterback, than Justin Fields.
I mean,
obviously.
Come on now. Have they ever had a different solid quarterback than what he is?
Well, that's all they have up there, really.
Andrew Luck is maybe the closest thing to an athlete. He was an athlete, no lie.
He was a good athlete.
He was really good. He was actually a really good athlete. But he was a pocket passer himself, even with that athleticism. He didn't usually try to get out of the pocket.
Right. He just could if he needed to.
If he needed to, he can make it happen with ease. He could do it. He can run a motherfucker over.
He got beat down to the point where he was just
you saw what happened to his body. Bounced. Yeah. They took his love for football away.
Right. Took the joy out that man's heart. You know how fucking bad you got to be to do that shit?
You know how bad the situation has to be where you're like, I don't even want to play football anymore. I just want to go sit with my kids.
Like, it's not like he was an offensive lineman. Like, this shit sucks for us. Okay.
Yeah.
This shit's hard.
He don't never get hit in practice. Ever.
Like, I'm getting hit every which way in practice.
This cat was getting his ass bent in half during the games.
Yeah.
And he would take them shots too. I mean, I've seen that cat take shots, and I'm like, whoa.
He was a man with it, He took his shots on Sunday.
Folded. And he just got up. Like it was nothing.
I mean, he was a big boy. He's probably like 235, something like that.
But
still not.
And I think we got a video clip here for us to look at on the whole Matt Ryan situation. Look, man, ever since, look, you got to think about it like this. Peyton Manning was in Indianapolis. They did it the same way. You go to Andrew Luck, they did him the same way. From there, Matt Ryan, who they pretty much convinced him to come to Indianapolis because they had, at the time, the top running attack in the NFL. They had probably one of the top 5 offensive lines in the NFL. That's what I had them. I had them up there in the top 5, top 6. And they had a good emerging defense. Like this was supposed to be the setup. Return to glory, son.
It looked like that was all that was missing.
The last dance, son. That's what it was supposed to be.
I mean, I guess if you look around the league, how many statuesque quarterbacks are really balling out?
The other one would be Tom Brady.
That's the first two that came to my mind were Brady and Rodgers. But, Rodgers can run a little bit.
And Rodgers can run. Rodgers is pretty shifty, actually.
He likes to be in the pocket. He can escape, but no one that just stands there, in the Dan Marino days, that shit's gone.
There has to be an escape valve in quarterbacks now. Like you have to be able to open your hips and run to the sideline and make a throw. And he could do that in his younger days. He could do it on a decent, pretty decent level. He's not like, if a defensive end is loose, he's not going to outrun him, but he'll get outside the DTs and he'll start running. But now he needs to be in that pocket. And I mean, look, he can do very minimal evasive maneuvers. We've seen him do it. He can still do that.
Oh yeah.
But he
in the pocket, yeah, fine. But the days of escaping DNs, especially these cats that are running 4.5. Sometimes you pick a spot in the ground and fall.
I would say that he lost about 10% of the zip on his passes because of that, because he's not able to, he doesn't have that same torque. But I mean, how much of that is his actual throwing strength, or the fact that he may have probably been playing with a hurt shoulder before it actually happened, and got diagnosed this week. He probably been playing with a little bit of pain in the shoulder, because it's usually not the moment it happens in situations like that. It's usually when it gets too hard to actually function with.
Right.
That's where you begin to see it affect the actual velocity on passes. And I mean, he made a couple bad throws in that game against Tennessee. But
I mean, shit, look at Baker Mayfield. And that was what the other shoulder fucked up.
Yeah.
So imagine
your throwing shoulder
messed up. Being messed up.
That's gonna have an effect. That's gonna have an effect for real. This is a video here, ESPN. Let's see. They're talking about it. It's Dan Orlovsky and them. Usual suspects.
Yeah, the Colts are in this situation because their offensive line fell apart. I mean, Matt Ryan has been beat up this year. And Shefty's right, and Coach Reich is right. They failed him. When they pulled 37-year-old Matt Ryan out of Atlanta for that trade, it was, we promise you we will protect you. We promise.
Look at this shit.
Wow.
Sack, worst. I mean, and of course, with those many sacks, a lot of them probably coming while he's in this position.
You're bound to,
fumbles.
I mean, because a strip sack is also
that's
a fumble and a sack. So, I mean, 11 of those 24 is, a cat just reaching out and batting the ball out, most likely.
And then interceptions, how many of those are because he was getting hit in this position?
Right, and just tries to throw up.
And that ball floats out, and the ball floats out, and it gets picked. And then how many of them are tipped on the receiver's hands, and he tips it upwards, and then the defensive back is standing 2 yards behind him and picks it off. That's how that shit happens. It all is based on the fact that he's getting hit like this. That's why all these numbers are where they are.
Yeah, you're rarely going to see him just not see a guy and have a clean pocket, step up and throw, and it's like, oh, shit.
Even the pick six he threw, he was going down when he threw it. He was going down. So it's like, you're not even protecting this guy. So what do you want him to do? If I was Matt Ryan, I wouldn't feel like I let anybody down.
Nope.
Because y'all know exactly who I am and how I play this game. Y'all the one who promised me that I wouldn't be the most, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the ones who told me that I wouldn't be the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. Well, here I am.
I'm supposed to be the most protected quarterback in the NFL.
You know what I'm saying? The most sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I got the opposite of what I was promised.
Woo, man.
Shout out to Sam Ehlinger, though. Longhorn. Hope he
Gallagher. Ehlinger. I was gonna say Ehlinger's that's a Longhorn right there.
Yeah.
Somebody said never trust a Longhorn though.
Man, that's fucked up.
That's what I saw in the comment section. All this shit.
We're going to have one of the better run games in the NFL. Now, turnovers have been an issue for Matt. But I'll be honest with you guys, I'm disappointed in this because he's played his absolute butt off for his football team. I mean, it has not been perfect by any means. But I don't think a lot of quarterbacks were going to play well.
I mean, look at this cat. Look at this. I mean, what you want him to do here? He got a motherfucker wrapped around his waist, literally.
I don't care. I mean, goddamn, Jamarcus Russell, or I'm thinking like the cats with the strongest arms you could think of. Jeff George, they can't throw the ball
without their legs.
With a motherfucker, dragging them down. Yeah.
So whose fault is this? Whose fault is this really? Maybe Jim Irsay need to come out and apologize to this cat. That's how I feel. Maybe he needs to come out and apologize. We just didn't get it. We didn't get it done for him.
Just give me the rest of my money, and I'll. You don't got to see me no more. I won't even come in no more.
Hey, but look, his contract, right? $24 million guaranteed this year, $17 million guaranteed next year. They
Good
can't
for
even
him.
get rid of him.
Good for him.
You win the game of life, good sir.
That's the only guy I've seen consistently get hit and still be able to, make decent looking throws.
What you expect this man to do when this he ain't even, this is from his left side. He can't see this. This is blind side. What you expect him to do here? What you think is going to happen to that young kid? He's going to be in that pocket too, feeling like, oh, he got all day to pass. Nope.
If your first read open, Sam, take the fuck off.
I mean, holy moly.